That you say, Noah Baba say, no, oh, you don't. No, it's like this. After the Noah Baba say, Noah Baba say, Noah Baba say.
Oh, Charlie, this is the season, ladies and gentlemen. And you are welcome to the season.
Election voice contest.
This is your election voice contest
and headquarters.
Don't joke at all.
At all.
Don't joke at all.
No, Ababa.
Rado.
Rado speaking. Rado talking.
Oh, you do all. My God. There's a K. Yeah. Oh my God, Visato.
No Ababa. No Ababa. Citizen actor. No Ababa.
Lady Mahaba.
Charlie, you for slow down.
What is it?
No Ababa said.
No. No, but you know the first thing no Ababa said. They actually went for the NDC's manifesto launch in Sunyai in 2016. So then Kofi Adams came and said, when I say NDC, you do know Ababa. Then you do like like a boxer was getting ready for some bout. No Ababa said. And then after the third no Ababa said, you do. And I said, which one is this one? No, Ababa.
Charlie, don't you remember, George? Don't you remember? Hop, step, and jump. Hop, step, and jump. Oh, hop, step, and jump. You see, in politics, so if you remember, the UN doctor, Dr. Ofeajiman, in this constituency, you know, Sheikh Isikwe described him as a novice in politics because what happened was that he thought he had won, so he went to rest at home, to take it easy. This was his first attempt. And then the next morning he woke up and the story was completely different. A total deviation from what took him home to go and rest because he was going to be, a first-time parliamentarian for this constituency. And then the good old Sheikh, good friend of ours, got into a singing mode and composed this one. He said, hop, step, and jump. Because in politics, you hop, you step, and you jump.
But you have to crawl before you walk.
Charlie, wonderful times.
Great times.
We salute you. Mama,
Charlie, but I love the bit where he does Mahama. Charlie, which key that was?
That was B flat straight.
B flat. Charlie, you know what I'm looking forward to seeing? Nana does dance. The president likes to dance with his facial. No, the president dances with his facial expressions, and Charlie, and the swag is completely different.
Give you a swag. Come and let's dance sort of.
Charlie. Hold
on. Before we do the president everything, I have a question for the two of you. But the question is premised on this conversation.
Okay.
Listen to it.
Okay.
We're having a conversation about names and why a woman should use her husband's name. You George. I say you are like bachelor small, so I'll ask it as an actor. But
H.E. and talk about that. We say H.E. Rebecca Griffiths Randolph Ekufuadu. You see, Benis Abubedu was making a very fantastic point.
You hold on before you go to the first.
Rebecca Okanko Griffiths Randolph Ekufuadu.
But you call her Rebecca Ekufuadu. But listen, let's listen to Benis Abubedu. Make that point that you're talking about. And then I'll ask you that question.
Sure.
But Benis, let me just ask you this question. When I saw the Ajina Sari story, actually, a question I've been wanting to ask you for some time now.
Okay, shoot it.
This whole thing about names and, you're known as what? Benis Abubedu Lansa. And I'm asking myself, that's a very long name. Benis Abubedu Lansa. So I was asking, why, if you want to pick your husband's name, why don't you just pick your husband's name and drop the Abubedu? And must you necessarily add all? But it's even necessary when, you get married for a woman to drop her name or add a man's name to her name.
Is it necessary? I think it's left to the individual to decide. But there are many people who may want to look at the roots of women attaching their husband's names to theirs or taking their husband's name is deeply rooted in patriarchy. Okay, so in my research, I found out that this is very predominant, or was very predominant in England. Women were seen as possessions, and so once I quote unquote purchase you, I must put my name on you. That was it. And many people look forward to that. But I also think that it's identity. In some other countries, and there's some sort of trend emerging now, Winston, where men are also taking on their wives' names. So I'd say it's left to the couple to decide.
It's left to the couple to decide. Let me start with Citizen Ato before we get to our listeners. I mean, I want us to have this conversation. Citizen, so in your case?
Well, in my case, my wife is now known as Mrs. Emilia Ato. You know, Asiedu Ato. You see, she also has that, that sentimental attachment. So if she had decided to maintain her full name, she also has a compound surname. So it was going to be Emilia Asiedu Teku Ato. Okay. So if we had decided, for instance, to do the combination of both names, then our new surname was going to be Asiedu Teku Ato. And you see, there's a very good point because, George, Jose Mourinho's full name is Jose Mourinho Maria dos Santos Felix.
Yes.
Which goes to lend credence to what was being said about the Portuguese and combining names.
Yeah.
You see, Jose Mourinho Maria dos Santos Felix Mourinho. So for me, we ask ourselves, first of all, why the name?
Yeah.
What does the name give you? Okay?
Yeah.
So once you're able to answer that question, then you're able to proceed along the lines of whether you want to combine a name or, do otherwise. And for me, you're growing a family. You're growing, you're continuing a legacy as well.
Yeah.
While you maintain a certain identity. Because you see, you have a certain amount of resemblance to your dad, the former MP, and he used to be one of my bosses at the Graphic Communications Group. Yeah. And so you ask yourself, for those who do not have,
I don't look like my dad. I don't look like my
dad. Yeah. George Ado Senior. Yeah.
I don't look like George Ado Senior.
You see, so then,
my mom.
where then does the identity thing, go? You understand me?
Yeah.
And what's the whole idea of legacy and family tradition and all of that? I think that all of these are embedded in the names that we give ourselves and the names that we carry. So I would want to lean along deciding. It's purely it's purely the decision of the couple. However, there are loads and loads of.
Let me activate the phone lines. I mean, let's hear from our listeners. They should tell us what their thoughts are on this particular issue. So the phone lines have been activated on 0302 216 541 0202 0302 216 541 and then 0244 340 437. I'd love to hear from you. I have told you my point already. I've said that, look, keep your name, let me keep my name. It's as simple as that. I mean, you don't need to add my name to your name because
this one is coming in from famous Atitogbe. He says that, look, my guy, if I could drop Atitogbe and take Welbeck. Oh, it's my wife's name. It's nicer. The wife's name is nicer. So
then take him. Only that people will turn in their graves to your family. No. You can take it.
Take it now.
But that would be interesting.
Famous is added another angle to the conversation. That was anyway.
I think you decide.
Hold on. Let's get onto the phone lines now. Let's hear from our listeners. Evans from Bubuashi. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, Evans, share your thoughts with us.
I'm actually not for it at all. Though I'm married and my wife bears my surname, it doesn't really go with me because I believe that people must keep their names. I mean, where from this Mrs. Crazy thing that we have? It doesn't make sense to me at all.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Evans from Bubuashi. Isaac James from Abokobi. Good morning.
Good morning, Winstonia.
Isaac, what's up?
Enjoying God's grace.
Fantastic.
Thank God. Winstonia, I want to say that you have to engage the experts in this conversation for them to bring you the root of changing names. The woman has to add a man's name. I think since it's a man that has to pay the bride price and, go through all the ethics to make a woman his wife. It is prudent that a woman take the name of the man, and it's a pride of the woman for people to know that she is a married woman. The name, adding the name of the husband, is an indication that she is not single.
Okay, thank you very much, Isaac James from Abokum. And I'd love to hear from the ladies. And fortunately, we have Rose from Hacho. Good morning, Rose.
Good morning.
Yes, Rose. Share your thoughts with us.
I'm married, but I don't use my husband's name, and he found nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
But I think it's no big deal at all, because my ring will identify me as a Mrs. So by using the name Mrs., I mean, no. It's no big deal. So I see nothing wrong with it, and he sees nothing wrong with it. He's never complained about it. All my documents are still bearing my name, my dad's name. And I see nothing wrong with it. So I don't think it should be an argument or a big deal. No, not at all.
Okay. Thank you very much, Rose. And from Hacho, we head straight to Ningo, where Alberta is. Good morning, Alberta.
Good morning, Winter.
Yes, Alberta. Share your thoughts with us.
Okay, what I also think is, one, it gives identity. It really shows who possesses this woman. And also, even though I've not done any research on it, but from the biblical concepts, we are being called Christians. Why? Because Christ is our head. So since we take after Christ, he being the head of the people, his followers, if the husband is the head of a home, then definitely I believe his name should be taken after. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Alberta. From Alberta, we head to Albert. Good morning, Albert.
Hello. Good morning, Winston.
Yes, Albert.
Yes. I also think that it's a thing for the couple to think about. But what I find problematic is the ladies who say that I want to keep my identity, and then I ask which identity. And if the identity is that of your father, then why aren't you marrying your father? Because who are you joined to in marriage? You're joined to your husband, not your father. So if you have your own name and you said, I wanted to keep my own name, that is fine. But if you want to keep your father's name and talk about identity, who are you identifying with? The man you're joined to or your father? Then go marry your father. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Albert. Mickey, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, Mickey, go ahead.
To me, I don't think it makes any difference, because when you look at the Bible, for instance, which we use it as a reference point for Christians, I don't see Mrs. Sarah Abraham or Mrs. Eve Adam or that kind of thing. So, bear your name and the marriage continues.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mickey, for joining us. You can also join us. We're asking, whether it's necessary for a woman to use her husband's name or not. Joy from Tema. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Joy. Share your thoughts with us.
Okay. In the Bible, it says that 7 women will be looking for one to put their name on their name. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And then considering some of our surnames, we will gladly want a husband's name on us.
What is it about your surname?
It's quite heavy.
Okay. So
if your husband is a simple one, you would rather go for the simple.
Jordan says if your husband's name is Ado, you just go for his. Anyway, thank you very much, Joy, for joining us. Edmund, good morning.
Okay. Good morning, sir.
Yes, Edmund, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Now, here we go. Some are saying that once you marry the woman have to bear your name. But the one thing you've forgotten is that we both signed the certificate. So it means that the woman has also married you. Why can't you bear my name? Why can't you bear the woman's father's name? It's as simple as that. It's a decision that the two have to sit down and agree and disagree. It's not written anywhere. Because the last time I checked, it's not written anywhere that once you marry somebody, the person has to bear your name at all costs. Are you used to think like that too. I happen to have 2 daughters. I'm just imagining right now, if they all get married, then my name will be gone. So if my daughter decides that, look, I want to keep my father's name, it's a decision. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Edmond, for joining us. Florence in Agnosio, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, Florence, go ahead.
Yes, I don't really think the name matters. Because, for instance, my husband is Aqua, and I'm Kwasi. But our daughter is not even bearing any of her names. She is Nyamendai. Yes. She is Nanajwa Akumapa Nyamendai. So, I think everybody should bear his or her name. Because some of the names, like the other caller said, they are quite heavy, and the meaning, you really like to give it to your daughter or your son.
All right. Thank you very much, Florence. Chidiak is in Southla. Good morning, Chidiak.
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead.
I think in the Bible it goes like this, that the woman will leave her house to go and join the man in his house, and they become one. So who goes to whose house? So if the woman will leave the house and go and join the houseman in the man's house, then it should bear the man's name. But if it's in the case that the man will leave and go and join the woman in the woman's house, then it should be the woman's name. That's how I feel.
So for you, it depends on where it's coming from.
Yes.
I see. Well, thank you very much, Chidiak from Southla. Frank is our final caller. Frank from Adenta. Good morning, Frank.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, go ahead, Frank.
All right, okay. I think that, we have to be very careful when we discuss this main thing. Look, no woman would marry a man who is having a heavy name and then or a very well-known name and would not want to take the husband's name. Now, like a caller before me said that, look, names are about identity. Now, if the two shall become one, then if a man marries a woman, the woman and then the man must bear the same name. So it is very important that in marriage, as a woman, when you marry, you pick your husband's name because your identity is with your husband because the two of you then becomes one. Now, if we are also arguing that we should pick up the woman's name, then you are turning nature upside down. The discourse, a man should marry a woman. And number two, so who marries who? Is the man who marries?
Maybe you marry yourselves.
Now, to ask the men, if you work hard and then put a good name and make your name better, make your name richer, the woman will not even argue. They come as soon as you marry them, they will quickly change your name.
Thank you very much, Frank from Adenta, for joining us this morning. And thanks to all of you for joining us and sharing your thoughts with us. Well, so one of our callers actually quoted from the scriptures and said that the Bible says a woman shall leave the father's house and join a man. So producer Samuel Adame has done a very fantastic job, as always. Genesis 2 verse 24 says, for this reason, a man shall leave his father and mother and shall be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. I beg you. Where did it say that the woman shall leave the father's house? It says a man, which could be man and woman. They shall leave their parents' house.
Of the strength and the, to explain and, and to interpret this. Maybe we should get proper interpretation. Because, you see, we can go into this and give our own interpretations based on, the way it is the scripture is structured.
Yeah, and even that is just the Bible.
Yeah.
The Bible is not for everybody.
And it's interesting that our good friend Eugene Odame has sent this one. He says, women who want to keep their identity or surname should persuade their families not to collect bride price. Case closed. They can't eat their cake and have it. In the Western world, there is no bride price, dowry, or anything like that for any woman now.
Okay, very important. Okay.
So, George, I just need to do a few chaotic shots before we go. Just one. Yeah. Just one, because it's a chaotic birthday to Dr. Samuel Entry.
Oh, beautiful.
Dr. Samuel Entry is the Vice Dean of the University of Professional Studies, Accra Graduate School.
Wow.
He taught me management accounting, public sector accounting and finance, and advanced auditing.
Chaotic birthday to him.
Yes, Doc, chaotic birthday to you.
You know, it's interesting that today is exactly 10 years since our good friend Michael Mensah-Bonsu and his wife Adobia got married, and I was the master of ceremony, and Michael Mensah-Bonsu was responsible for brokering the deal between Unibank and the Black Stars for them to become the official financial sponsor for the Black Stars.
Beautiful,
Michael and Adobia Mensah-Bonsu, happy 10th wedding anniversary, and it's a chaotic one as that.
And a quick one to Nana Frimpong Dedum, yes? Okay, that's coming from Kujumata, your MD and all your colleagues. Now we can get into the Joy Sports Center. Joy Sports Center is brought to you by MTN.
Choose your own bundle your own way with MTN Flexi Bundle. Just dial *138# and enjoy bundles that don't expire. And Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. So let me tell you, MTN understands that the best things in life should be easy to enjoy, and that's why it's now extra simple to buy your preferred data bundles on *138# on MTN. You can now purchase all your data bundles via simpler menu on *138# and bundle away at your own convenience. So go on, enjoy the simpler, easier, and more convenient way of buying data that does not expire on MTN, because we're good together. MTN, we're there for you everywhere you go. But you know what, George? Your car deserves the best treat. And that's why I'm introducing to you the latest addition to the Total Quartz engine oil family, the Quartz 9000 Future OW20. Specially conditioned and developed for the latest generation engine. Total Quartz 9000 Future OW20 delivers excellent engine protection and cleanliness, increases your oil change interval while reducing your fuel consumption. So, for optimum performance and efficiency of your car, visit your nearest Total service station and ensure your car is well protected. Join the Total Quartz Nation movement now. Total Quartz, keep your engine younger for longer. And talking about Standard Chartered, you know, Standard Chartered has been named Ghana's best wealth management bank at the Global Business Outlook Awards 2020. As Ghana's #1 wealth bank, we will continue to offer you the best in class wealth management and investment advisory and insurance solutions to grow and protect your wealth. So now you know where to go if you really want to grow your wealth and investments. We want to thank you, our clients, our colleagues, and stakeholders. Together we made this possible. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Let's get into the Sports Center, and it's a super weekend to look forward to with the climax of European football, the UEFA Champions League final between Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain, with live commentary and an hour's build-up alongside the nation's one-stop event on Saturday. Hits FM Rep Your Jersey. That's on Sunday. But tonight there's a special game in Cologne.
He's got Martinez and scores beautifully.
All right, we're looking forward to the Europa League final. That's tonight. Yes, serial winners Sevilla will take on Antonio Conte's Inter Milan in the Europa League final with many subplots. There'll be live commentary tonight with build-up from 6:30 p.m. So remember, you have to stay with us as we bring you all of that. Now, let's get into the analysis, and we'll start because Inter Milan manager Antonio Conte says he sees the glass as half full after their Champions League group stage elimination resulted in them reaching tonight's Europa League final. Inter faced five-time winner Sevilla in Cologne, with Inter Milan looking to win a first trophy in 9 years. But Sevilla boss Jurgen Lopetegui as well is yet to win the trophy as a manager, and he'll be looking to pick that up. So let's get the perspective ahead of the finals, and we start in Spain. Spanish football expert Guillem Balaguer says Sevilla are strong enough to win again.
This is the team with the most European finals of the 21st century, Sevilla, and they're on the way to maybe win their sixth Europa League. They are 8th in the ranking of UEFA, mostly down to those success in the, if you like, the second competition. They take it up absolutely seriously. They played 19 finals in the 21st century between European finals and Spanish finals. And it's all down to that mentality that they built. Once you win, you want to keep winning. Once you keep winning, it's all about win or win. That's what Jose Castro, the president of Sevilla, said. We've got two choices. Tomorrow, Friday, we actually win or win. Take your pick.
Now let's get into Italy. Italian sports journalist Daniele Oliveri says Inter Milan need this trophy more.
Oh, they very well have the right to be confident, in my opinion. I mean, they are coming to this game on top of their game. So they are physically and mentally at top level. I mean, it's been a long season, but they worked very well in training after the lockdown. So after seeing the way they finished the league, with securing second place against Atalanta on the last match day, getting 1 point behind Juventus, and seeing what they've done. Antonio Conte is known for having solid teams at the back. Now he's got a very good mix of experience. They've got captain Andanovic in goal, which has a lot of experience. They've got a new guy called Bastoni, he used to play at Parma last season, but he was from Inter. He's great. Godin is playing great football. He's a leader. He knows how to win competition, and this is something important also for Inter in general, who also have the players who have already played important finals.
Let's now hear from the coaches. First, Inter Milan boss Antonio Conte.
It's difficult to forget the triplete, no? And Inter Milan was a fantastic team, and they won the triplete. Now, after 10 years, we have the possibility to lift a trophy. As I said before, this is a great satisfaction for me, for my players. We want to try to give this satisfaction to our fans, but I think we have to deserve to lift the trophy. We have to play against a strong team. Sevilla has great experience in this competition. They know very well this competition. We have players, a lot of players that they are playing for the first time this competition, and for this reason.
And now the Sevilla boss, Julian Lopetegui.
We'll do what we've always done. We'll try to maximise our strengths and also be willing to dig in when the going gets tough. We have a solid, united team. We're able to read the game well. And as I've said to the players, we need to be able to identify with what we do best. And we also need to produce our best performance. That's what we'll need against this opposition tonight. We have to work very hard and see where we get to come here.
All right, so do join us for live commentary at 6:30 p.m. and our hashtag is JoyUEL. Now, yesterday was exactly 25 years, since the Black Starlets won Ghana's second FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Ecuador. The team, led by the late coach Sam Ade, beat Brazil 3-2 in the finals. Emmanuel Bentel was the captain and shared some memories with us.
We started for Justify, and then after the Justify, it was a group of, about 30 players. So we stay in camp for over a year and a couple months, and we first played African Cup. So African Cup, we won. It was the first Youth African Cup. We won, and we played final against Nigeria, and we beat Nigeria 3-1. And we came back to Ghana. We did preparation to the World Cup. So as we were going to the World Cup, we had a training camp, training tour in Germany, Munich. We stayed in Munich, and then Bayern Munich, it was the sponsors. They sponsored the whole team. So after we went to Germany, we went to England. So England, we were based in Manchester. We were in Bob Chatter Academy. So in Germany, we played some friendly games, and then in England, we play against Manchester second team, and we beat them. So, I mean, it was really, it wasn't like a smooth ride. We went through, difficult time, hard times, but then God so good. Our hard work paid off. We trained really hard. We trained 2 times a day, 7 days a week.
Right, now let me tell you about some good news as well, because Black Stars captain Andre Ayew was the biggest winner of Swansea City's end-of-season awards for the 2019-2020 campaign. Ayew was in sensational form for the Swans, leading them to the championship playoff semi-finals after scoring 18 goals and providing 7 assists. So he came out tops in the fan votes for their Player of the Season award. He was also voted as the Players' Player of the Season. In addition, Ayew won the club's top scorer award and also adjudged the winner of the Away Player of the Season prize. So that was really good for him. Let's end on the boxing note then. The Ghana Boxing Authority has officially lifted the ban on boxer Patrick Alute. He was banned for 6 months after assaulting a son during a football match between Asante Kotoko and Hartsburg at the Cross Sports Stadium. The former WBO Africa Super Welterweight champion is happy and has started training.
I've started preparation lightly, like you said, but not seriously, because financial problem. The last time we spoke, I think the manager did not make things open. But I think I've started preparation likely, so that anytime that they'll be ready to call me in the ring again, then I'm good to go. Because I don't need to stay at home always. I don't want to get fat, and I don't want to put on a lot of weight.
Well, so that's it for the Choice Sports Center. Please don't get fat.
No, the guy says what?
I don't want to get fat.
But what is stopping him from training?
No, not granted the interviews yet.
No, but what is stopping the guy from training?
We said the guy, right? So I'm not the guy.
You're not the guy. Right? Thank you very much, George, for joining us at the Joy Sports Center here on the Super Morning Show.